510radio.com.
Y'all know what time it is.
Renz 510 Radio.
Boy Renz. EBK Podcast Ep.24. Yeah, let's go. It's another hot summer in Cali as the fields burn. Another shot, sad reality, the world turns. Thinking about my girls turning teens, looking around at the state. The wrong direction, my complexion, people down in the race. I grew up at the sideshow, going from yard and cake. But now I pray, I hustle and repeat every day. We passed the point that powder cake is in flames. Maybe it's time for a change, evacuating, going staking the plane. Get into it. What's good with it, y'all? We back at it today with episode 24. We're going to talk about the California Armageddon. Is it time to evacuate? You know, I'm a long-time resident of the Bay Area. I've been in Cali my whole life. And, you know, now that I'm getting older and I'm evaluating what's going on in the world and, you know, where I can go, where my money would go the longest, you know, then you start to think about things. So I want to know what are y'all thinking about? Those that are still out here in the Bay with me, you know, a lot of people I knew from back in the day have already moved out of here. But you know, I've been putting on for Cali, putting on for the Bay, a lot of love for the Bay, whatever, this and that. You know, at some point, man, you know, I gotta get some love back. So, and there's times I don't feel like I'm getting that love back, that what I put in. You see a lot of businesses closing. And it's crazy, man. A lot of my favorite, like I spoke on it last time, a lot of my favorite restaurants are gone. You can just, you know, look up and down the East Bay, you know, you got In-N-Out, they out of here, you know, in Oakland. Denny's, Black Bear Diner, them three just closed recently. And then, you know, a couple of my favorite restaurants, Rubio's, they just closed. I know we up here talking about food, and it's a lot more serious than that, what's going on, but we got to eat, you know. Food is everything. We work to eat. And some of these restaurants you could look at as luxury. Like the Counter was my favorite. I would go there on my birthday. Walnut Creek, Fremont, both of them locations closed. Best burger in the Bay, by far, I think. They out of here. So it's like people got to get back to the bare necessities and essentials. But even some of those places are closing, you know, to where you can go and just get the things you need, like bread, milk, you know, the basics. You're talking about Walmart, Target. You're seeing a lot of those closures going on recently. So that's the kind of world that we in right now. Is it's contraction of the economy in the Bay Area. People ain't eating out as much as they used to due to lack of money, prices being too high, minimum wage went up, but then as a response to that, a lot of these businesses are laying people off because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay that amount. And then the other thing, the biggest thing, is the crime. You know, people don't want to go and park in some of these areas, and because of that, you know, downtown Oakland, places like that, people don't want to park there. They don't want to go in the restaurant and come back and their car got hit, you know, got bipped. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get gas by the airport because of what's been going on. And I just go back around my old neighborhood over there. I see like tent cities, you know, right down Sycamore, right on High Street. You know what I'm saying? Right around those areas I used to be at all the time. You know what I'm saying? It looked different. I ain't gonna lie. It's you know, it was bad then, but it's worse now. And so you start to look at things, and you know, people are looking to move east, and gentrification has already taken place to where they have been moving out towards Stockton, Modesto. You know what I'm saying? Antioch, Pittsburgh being already the hot spot for people from like Frisco, Oakland, Richmond. But as the prices continue to hold steady and even go up with inflation, you know, people are looking for cheaper places to live. So at some point, you know, you're gonna end up leaving the state. And that's why there's less there's less black people. You know, there's less black people in the Bay Area than it was in the 90s and the 80s. People are going back south. You know, people are even going all the way back. You know, going east, going wherever you can find it cheaper. My cousin went to Nevada. You know what I'm saying? And I go visit every summer. I got a spot out that way now. You know, and I see the difference. But those are the three things that I see, man. It's you know, the inflation, the gas prices, the crime, and it's making people reevaluate the long-term future of being in Cali. I feel like I put on for being in the Bay. Everybody out here so proud to be from the Bay, but what are we really getting from it? What are we getting back? What is the benefit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really see it as an artist. I definitely don't see it as a place where you can really have some kind of, I just don't see a huge industry out here where you can go from city to city and get paid like 5-10 racks a show or whatever and live a long life as an artist, you know, because, you know, historically a lot of the hip hop clubs and venues that we have been shut down. They don't last, you know, they get shot up, you know, events. So these promoters don't want to book hip hop. In the radio, they're not going to play local music unless there's some, you know, I don't know. I'm not even going to get all into that on this episode, but it's some kind of like, I don't know, you know, conspiracy or whatever you want to call it. But unless you you know, you cool with them, buddy, then maybe that would be to your advantage as an artist. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But it's not about the music, I'll tell you that. It's mostly about the money, and that's everything. You know, that's everywhere. Really, music is a joke because it's not about talent. It's about if the person with the most money is gonna win. You know, and that ain't really fair. You know, that ain't really art. That don't really make it competitive. That's why you hear so much garbage on the radio. But back to the topic at hand. It's like, as a long time Bay Area resident, I start to look at towards the future, towards you know, do I want to be here this long? Do I want my kids to be around what's going on? Freeway shootings, you know, so much BS going out there in the streets, and I understand, you know, what's going on as far as the struggle. I understand, like, it's hard that people ain't hiring. But we got to come up with alternative methods to win, you know, and there are ways. Stop being so emotional and stop mean mugging dudes every time you see them and trying to hate on them. Why don't you try to ask for advice from those that are actually making it out here and try to, you know, work together on putting together businesses that people need. But once again, it looks bleak. We in election year. The gas price has been up and down. They look a little bit down right now, which is good. It was up high like all spring. They starting to come down. So like, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. We just got to stay positive, keep our heads up, and keep grinding. You look at it from a sports angle, like the Raiders already left. The Warriors, they've been gone. They right across the bridge in San Francisco, but whatever, you know. The thing about it is the location wasn't desirable, man, and that's what the Raiders found out. You know, they couldn't get a stadium deal done. They couldn't get the funding. You know, low attendance, high crime, old facility, lack of public funding. So they went and got what they're looking for in Vegas, man. And I could tell you, you know, firsthand, when I seen the stadium in Vegas, I was like, damn, I sure can see why they made the decision to leave Oakland. The area looks like it's so much money over there. It just looks like, you know, when you go around the strip and you go bounce in and out of the casinos, you see it, man. You just see the vibe, and you see like people got more money, and so that means they're gonna be able to sell more merchandise and sell more tickets. It's a tourist destination, so what you see right now is the A's are trying to get over there. You know, they actually just hit a roadblock, and they're gonna have to go to Sacramento, I think, until 2028. You know, basically because of the construction of the new stadium for them in Vegas is going to take until then. So they'll be playing at Sutter Health Stadium in West Sacramento, which is a minor league stadium. So you know it's bad. They'd rather play in a minor league stadium in Sacramento for a few years just to get out of Oakland. You know, because of what you see on the news and what you hear. And what is it that we can do to make that, I don't know, not the case? It's the people got the power to make happen what they want, you know, or at least to change the stereotypes and do everything they can to stop everything from going in a downward spiral. You know, we got to put our heads together and make it happen for us. Community groups where they can, you know, be at these places and you know, try to stop the things, the crimes before they happen. You know, I'm not up here to try to preach. I ain't no preacher. I've been there. I've done my share of dirt in my past, but I'm just looking at it for the long-term future. We keep on tearing up our own communities, we ain't gonna have anything. You know, there's not gonna be a place just to go get regular necessities. You know, toothpaste, lotion, stuff like that. You know, DoorDash, they're not going to come to your house and deliver food because they don't want to go in those areas. Uber's not going to go and pick people up in these areas. You know what I'm saying? So it's either we figure out a way to take over the city and run it properly, you know, because I'm all about empowerment and forming our own governments, our own city governments, our own, leadership groups to where we can just, you know, this is how it's going to be done. We got to figure that out. But until then, the chaos and the anarchy and just tearing stuff up, lighting stuff on fire, man, it's just going to lead down the wrong path. It's just going to lead to just more of what you see, The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? Like it's the city look like The Walking Dead in certain areas, man. Like that show, if you've seen it, you know, and it's going to get worse. But anyway, you know, back to the sports conversation. The A's is about to get up out of here, and that's going to happen in 2028. It ain't, I mean, that's a little ways away, but it's just a sign of the times, and it's what's going on. You know, this is nobody wants to be, no teams want to invest in the Bay Area right now. It's pretty sad. I mean, as far as in the East Bay, you know, we still got the Niners, we still got the Warriors, but you know, that's San Francisco and Santa Clara now. You know, that's a little bit stronger of an economy down there in Silicon Valley. And San Francisco, it's real pricey. There's a lot of money there, you know, and so far it's been a success for the Chase Center and all, and you know, it worked out. So Oakland didn't step up and make the stadium happen for the A's, the Warriors, and the Raiders. So it's a real sad thing. You know, this is like a huge hit on the economy. It's taking away thousands of jobs, and now all these businesses closing up and moving out. I mean, it's only getting worse, man. I don't know what else, what the answers are, but I don't think it's to continue to tear up the neighborhood and you know, continue to drive up the crime rate and the murder rate. And so when I look down the road, you know, this is really going to be the place I want to have my kids, you know, live their life and for the future. Like, are they, you know, do I see them growing up and living their whole life out here like I did? You know, that's a question that I got to ask myself, and y'all should too. So I've been offered some opportunities to leave the country. You know, I got my passport. You know, I don't see America going in the right direction. But, you know, right now, for the time being, I'm here, you know. I don't know, maybe down the road somewhere towards retirement age, maybe. I don't know. You know, I definitely would like to travel more and set up some more entities in other areas and maybe even other countries, man, as long as it makes sense. But for right now, I think it's tough times. People just need to toughen up. They need to get up early in the morning and just get on the hustle, whatever that may be. If you don't got to hustle, then you got to go look around, ask around, look around, try to find something to do. Go door to door, There's a lot of people out there that's what they do for a living, door to door salespeople. Well, if you don't have a job, you need to be a door to door salesperson of yourself. Sell your resume, sell who you are. I know there's been a lot of layoffs. I know there's a lot of people being evicted, foreclosing, and being kicked out of their homes. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I know there was a time when I was homeless, and this was way back, many, many years ago. And I just felt like I didn't want to be a burden to people that I felt like I was being a burden to. And that was when I was young, in my late teens. But you know what? That built character. It gave me the strength, long term, and the dedication and the focus to be able to say, one day I'm gonna go ahead and buy my own house to where I won't have to answer to anyone. And today, that's where I'm at. I don't have to answer to anybody. Running my business out of the house, and I have peace, and that's one thing you're gonna find when you focus on your goals, and when you put your mind to it, all your energy into it, and reach that goal. Nobody can tell you anything. And now, since a lot of people are at rock bottom, you got nowhere to go but up. Don't get stuck in one of these homeless encampments. Don't get stuck on the streets, looking for excuses and crutches to make you just get through the day, whether it's drugs, alcohol, vices such as those things. It's only going to make it worse. So what I'm saying on this is it's tough times. You're just going to have to toughen up, You're going to have to just tighten up, get out there, and get your hustle on, I can't tell you exactly what to do, but it's just the mentality. I don't know what your skills or your background is, but, leverage those skills that you have. We're going to make it to the other side of this downturn of the economy. So I'm going to stand on business. And for right now, I got kids here that are in school. I'm going to make sure they graduate. I'm going to make sure that they don't lack for anything. And I'm going to continue to build the businesses that I started out here. Continue to see them grow and develop and rock with the people that are solid and that want to see success, and they want to help build this into what it could be. I'm all about building and collaborating with positive, like-minded people. So once again, you can always tap in with me on Instagram at Renz_Julian. DM and let me know what it is you want to do, as far as if you want to get and be a part of Field of Dreams Entertainment, or you want airplay on 510radio.com, or you are an athlete and you're looking to get to the next level. I got a lot of avenues where I can help people, and young entrepreneurs as well are looking to build their businesses. Get at me. I got a lot of I can just give you the game. I got the game plan. So, I've done a lot as an entrepreneur, artist, and an athlete, and my doors are open. It ain't about keeping all the knowledge and game to myself. I don't think God would put me here for that purpose. Is to bless others. So tap in, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? You can even comment on the comment section, whatever. But I appreciate y'all for supporting this podcast, and stay tuned. I'll see y'all on the next one.